Let's assume for a minute that we've reached the conclusion that Iran, a nuclear Iran, is in fact a global threat. The next question, no less important, that needs to be dealt with is, can diplomatic efforts actually resolve this threat, get rid of it? Can we actually find a way to reach an agreement with Iran, the international community that is, diplomatically, that would get them to give up their desire for nuclear capability? I think the natural predisposition of each one of us is to say yes. The natural social evolution of humanity is to move away from military conflict as a way to resolve problems and closer to diplomacy, dialogue, and peaceful resolutions. So it's only natural that we should want to employ and live up to this way of life when dealing with Iran. The question is it working? 4 years ago in 2006, the international community got together and told Iran it must stop enriching its uranium, it must stop its attempt to build nuclear capability. And Iran had said from the get-go, we have a right to nuclear weapons, we plan on building them. Occasionally, as things got rough, Iran said we're willing to reconsider, we're willing to look at compensation packages. Iran sat at the table with the United Nations and time again pretended to want to reach a peaceful agreement. But intelligence, international intelligence, continued to demonstrate that they are continuing to build and fortify their nuclear facilities. We have had 4 United Nations resolutions against Iran, 3 of them passing severe sanctions against Iran, making the Iranian people suffer greatly. It's a tragedy. And yet the leadership continues to declare it will build its nuclear facilities. It has a right to achieve a nuclear bomb. So, do we continue with diplomatic efforts? And if so, for how long? Look at some of the files attached to this video showing how evidence was found that Iran submitted false reports to members of the International Atomic Energy Agency, how Iran lied to the international community, what would seem like in their attempt to buy time, just like the neighbor and the fence, because once the fence is built, you can't take it down. Once Iran reaches nuclear capability, the possibility of removing that capability militarily or in any other way is almost non-existent. So, even if after all of this evidence was provided, you still feel that diplomacy has not yet finished its job, that we should give diplomacy just a few more chances, I implore you to tell yourself, yes, I will continue diplomatic efforts until this point, because there is a point of no return. And in order to understand the dangers of passing that point of no return, watch the following video.